Hi, I'm Errol Martin, business advocate with the Von Gehr Consulting Group. Today's class is about execution. Execution is a mile-deep process. A lot of organizations, when they're launching new products, new services, or a new business direction, they tend to start to have problems in the execution phase after all the planning. And where does it really start to begin with? Well, first off, they have great planning sessions. It's not a bad thing, but it can lead to some problems. They have great brainstorming sessions. They involve a lot of different teams. They involve a lot of different ideas and a lot of different metrics or other data into the system or into their planning process. And that's where some of the problems lie, because they start to discover that they want to be everything to everyone, and they end up being nobody to no one because they're too diverse and they're too spread out. Their message is diluted, and they don't have enough differentiators against their competition or in the marketplace. Plus, based on how the organization is structured and who comes up with some of the ideas, they fail to exclude non-essential ideas for fear of offending those that are maybe above them, below them, or even their peers. And so what is the results? Well, let's say when they're launching that new market, into that new market or in that new business, here's our marketplace that they want to penetrate into. And here are all their different marketing ideas that they've got spread out because they were failed to exclude all those other ideas. They can't really penetrate because they're not distinct enough, and they end up basically bouncing like a ball against a hard wall. And that really comes from the fact that they're not enough discerning factors that they put together, and they're not really focusing on their core competencies to really break through the marketplace. And they end up being a mile wide but an inch deep, not deep enough to really have market penetration. So how can you and your business prepare against this? Well, first, prioritize with maximization in mind. Prioritize those things that need to get done that maximize your strengths and really benefit your penetration into the marketplace. Always prioritize all those listed ideas that you have from your brainstorming session that can be maximized to get market penetration. Keep the end goal always in front. This is a very basic strategy and tactics. Keep that end goal where you want to be, whether it be a certain market percentage of the market, certain quota you want to meet. Always keep that in front. That is where you're tacking towards as you work your way through your marketing plan or sales plan. Make decisions. If it does not fit with the marketing plan or with the end goals particularly in mind, or does not maximize your strengths, it's out. Yes, you're going to bruise some egos. Yes, you're going to hurt some feelings, but it's very important. Keep it simple so that even the lowest person in the organization can understand what the plan is to launch that new product or that new business into the marketplace. Drill on the core requirements of the plan. Practice, practice, practice. A lot of great plans are out there, but nobody practices them, so when the moving pieces come together, they tend to break down and fail because no one knows what their roles are and what they need to be. Do a walkthrough, a crawl, and a run phase, and get yourself ready to go before you actually launch the plan. Have backup plans. This comes from Clausewitz. When it comes in the fog of war and when you have your first engagement, your initial battle plans always get thrown out the window because the enemy never acts the way like you want them to. It's the same way with the marketplace. When you enter a new product into a marketplace, it doesn't necessarily react the way that you thought it was going to. Just recently, Apple launched the iPad, and the reaction has not been, I think, what they really wanted it to be. Keep a scorecard. Let people know where they are in the plan, and when keeping that scorecard, celebrate the results that are consistent with the plan. A lot of product launches and a lot of new business launches always find different sort of fringe and niche areas that don't necessarily really match well with the plan. It's okay that they're there, but you're going to celebrate those individuals and those teams that have results that are consistent with the plan. So here's our plan. It's very simple. We're going to do some different advertising. We're going to do some customer feedback, product innovation, but our goal at the end is future growth. A very simple plan that's on one sheet of paper. Very simple. And so what are the results? Well, here are all our different ideas. They're grouped together with our strengths. There's the market. That's where we need to penetrate. And when it's all done, boom, we are an inch wide, but a mile deep. We have penetrated the marketplace to a point now that we can start branching out into different areas. Think of the iPod. It started out as an MP3 player, turned into an MP3 player podcaster, turned into an MP3 player podcaster, and then videos, television, then into a touchpad with apps, and now it's part of an iPhone. They penetrated an inch wide and a mile deep in music, and they branched all that out. with the iPod. You too can do the same thing and will have better results. Thank you very much for your time. You can find us online, follow us on Twitter, and yes, we do have a fan page on Facebook, as well as we are also on these other social sites. Have a great day.